Welcome to Beer and Iron Sulae Coconut Curry Kale Chicken. Get your chicken breast ready. We're going to do 4 to 6 of these dudes. You can do as many as 8, if not more, depending on the size of your pan. Tenderize that chicken. Get it nice and flat. Nice. I tenderize both sides, but I don't tenderize it to the point where it's ground chicken. I just want it to keep its form. Get my spices ready. I'm going to start out with a little bit of garlic powder. That always makes it. Oregano leaves and also some smoked paprika, but don't forget your salt and pepper. That really adds to the flavor. Season it up real nice. We usually season it up on just one side. Get your kale ready. Nice. Perfect. Get an onion, 1 onion. And you're going to want anywhere from 3 to 5 cloves of garlic go along with this onion. Cut your onion up, coarse or fine. It's totally up to you. Get all your cuttings, all your vegetable cuttings aside. Get everything ready. Fire roasted diced tomatoes and its juice, along with light coconut milk and red curry paste. Take those tomatoes and drain them, but save the drainage. You're going to use that for a soup sometime later in the week, I'm sure. We have a 17-inch Lodge cast iron skillet here. A pan, some call it. And we're going to get this butter going, but we're also going to add a little bacon grease. There we go. About a tablespoon of bacon grease initially to brown and sear our chicken. Before we spiced our chicken, we went on ahead and brined our chicken in a beer and salt brine. 1 tablespoon of salt to a can of beer, 12 ounces. Don't that look pretty? Don't do too many chicken breasts at a time. Too much moisture will release and you'll end up boiling the meat. We just want to brown it and sear it. Get them all turned over and then season this side. There you go. Look at that. Perfect. Go ahead and pull them aside. Keep them near the heat but not on the heat. But don't clean that pan out. Add some more bacon grease or other oil because we're going to saute our onions and our garlic, and we want to make sure that we get them nice and translucent. But not so translucent we can read newsprint through them, mind you. Perfect. Now add your coconut milk. Make sure it's room temperature, not cold. Red curry paste, about a tablespoon or more. There you go. Mix that around real good. Add your tomatoes. Remember we drained them. Add your tomatoes. Get everything heated up because we're going to need to add our kale. There you go. And we want our kale to wilt down because we're going to add a lot more kale than you think we need to add. We're going to start out wilting it down in batches. We're going to start with this first batch, get it down a little bit so it doesn't flop out of the pan. And then once we get that wilted down, not all the way, not like you would think canned spinach would look, then we're going to add our next section of kale. And we're going to wilt this down as well. That kale is kind of springy. Sometimes you lose a piece or two, but it's okay. Turn it over. You see, we don't have much liquid here, but we've got just enough to steam that kale to get it going. But remember, there's a lot of moisture in that kale that's going to release during the cooking, and we don't want soup. There you go. Now flatten it all down. Don't let any piece sticking up straight, because if any pieces are sticking up, those pieces are going to burn. And they're going to dry out. Add your chicken breast on top of that bed of kale and tomatoes and curry and coconut milk. There you go. Add them down. And then make sure that oven is set at 350 degrees. Perfect. Still cooking. Low temperature. Getting ready for the oven. Get your temperature probe. Optional, of course. I like my chicken to be 165 degrees. Not too much warmer than that. Overdone is no good, and underdone definitely no good. Stick it in the oven. Wait for that thing to beep to get up to 165. But we've got time right now, 20 degrees to go, for a nice beer. This Porter by Bombastic is delicious. A little spicy with a little cayenne in it. Enjoy time with the family. There you go. Now our chicken is up to temperature. We want to pull it out of the oven. We don't want to let it overcook. Now careful, that dude's heavy. We probably could have put another couple chicken breasts in there, couldn't we have? Now, once you get it out of the oven, set it to broil. Get your cheese on top. How much cheese? Well, that all depends on the dedication to your current diet. You see how much we've got there. Sprinkle a little bit of greens on top. Maybe some parsley flakes. Back in the oven on broil, but be careful, you'll burn it quick. Toast it like a pizza. Pull it out. Nice. Careful. Oh my gracious, doesn't that look good? Perfect. Spoon some off in a nice plate. Look at that. I'm being careful there, aren't I? Next batch. There you go. Double helping. Take that chicken breast, put it right on top for that finishing touch. But don't pull out your knife. You're not going to need a knife for this one. It's fork tender. Look at this. Get your fork out now. Here we go. Perfect. Look at this. Perfect done. I appreciate you watching. Thanks so much. I hope you try the recipe out. And if you do, send me a picture of what you got cooked up. I'm very interested to see how it looks.